Hello everyone. This is second part of the chapter Democratic Resurgence. In the first part, I explained you about the socialist thinker Jayaprakash Narayan. Now in this part, I am going to explain you about the Ram Manohar Lohia and Deen Dayal Upadhyay. So let's begin with the first topic, Ram Manohar Lohia. So Ram Manohar Lohia, students, he born in 23rd March 1910 and died in 12 October 1967 in the state of UP. He was activist in the Indian independence movement. He played a very important role in India's independence movement. And socially, he was the founder leader of the Communist Socialist Party also. He formed this party in 1934 and till 1948 he was within the Congress party, and other leaders of the Communist Socialist Party were Acharya Patwardhan and S.M. Joshi, Ashok Mehta. They all belong to the Socialist Party. Jayaprakash Narayan, already I told you, fine. And the Rashtriya Janata Dal, United Janata Dal Secular, they trace their origin of the Socialist Party. Ram Manohar Lohia, he was a member of Lok Sabha also. After the independence, he joined the Lok Sabha, and from 1963 to 67, he was a member of Lok Sabha. He was also the founder editor of Mankind and known for original contribution to a non-European socialist theory. And socialism, as you all know, originated in the European country, you can say in the USSR mainly, where labor class fought against the capitalist system in their country. But here we see the views of Ram Manohar Lohia on the concept of the, or you can say the context of the European socialism. He thinks that the European socialism is different from our socialism in Indian context of the socialism. So here, as a political leader, he was the best known for sharp critique of Nehru also, and his strategy of non-congressism, advocacy of reservation of backward classes, and opposition, he opposed the English also. So here we see he was advocated socialism, and he said that in Indian context we see the labor class are not more powerful than the peasant, and you can say that farmers also. So his main concern, or you can concentrate on the farmers and peasants in our country. And he championed the idea of democratic socialism. The main he linked his socialism with democracy. So here, principle of his democratic socialism has two objectives. First is economic objective, in form of, you can say, food and housing, and the non-economic, if you can say, the main objective in form of democracy and freedom. All citizens of the country, they should enjoy the freedom and democracy in their country. And he also advocated Jo Bourgeois Rajniti, in which he opines that four pillars of politics are there, as well as socialism, you can say center, region, and district, village also, all are linked with each other. We can't separate them. Okay, and Lohia argued that the policy of affirmative action should be not only limited in few areas or downtrodden, but also he was in the favor of women and non-religious minority. The Party of Socialism, according to Lohia, should have three symbols. What are these three symbols? First is spade, mean prepare to make efforts. If you want to achieve something, you should do efforts. And vote, power of voting. Each and every member of the country should enjoy the power of voting, and person willingness to make sacrifice. And each and every person should willing for the sacrifice whenever required. So this is about the Ram Manohar Lohia. Okay. Students, now we will talk about Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay and integral humanism. Students, he was born on 25 September 1916 and he died on 11 February 1968, and he belonged to the state of Uttar Pradesh. He was not only philosopher, he was sociologist also, he was thinker also, he was politician, and he was the mainly thinker of right-wing Hindutva ideology, and that was exposed by RSS. RSS means Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, and he was also the leader of the party Bharatiya Janata. As you all know, earlier I told you that BJS, Bharatiya Janata Party, is parent party of Bharatiya Janata Party. He was not only, I told you, economist, politician, he was also the writer. So he started his monthly publication, and the name of this publication was Rashtra Dharma. It was started in the 1940s, and he was briefly president of this party, Bharatiya Jana Sangh Party, from December 1967 to 1968. He was also the politician. So that's why he contested Lok Sabha election in 1963, but he lost. And he died in mysterious circumstances near the Mughal Sarai Junction railway station in Varanasi, February 1968. And after 50 years of his death, that railway station renamed after him, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Junction, in 2018. And he gave his philosophy, and the name of his philosophy is integral humanism. So now I will explain you about the integral humanism. What is the meaning of this? So here the philosophy presented by him is called integral humanism, which was intended to present an indigenous social economic model in which human beings remains in the center of the development, and the main aim of this integral humanism is to ensure dignified life for all the human beings in the society by balancing the needs of the individuals and the society also. And Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay, he was also in the support of, in the favor of sustainable consumption of natural resources. So here we see integral humanism enhances not only political but also we see economic, social democracy and freedom is also comes under the integral humanism. He gave the principle of integral humanism also. Mainly he discussed the three principles of this integral humanism. First is primary of whole. Primary of whole means for the development of all the welfare of all the human beings in the society. Second is supremacy of dharma. It means by adopting the method of dharma. And third is autonomy of society. Under the supremacy of the or autonomy of the society, we can achieve these all principles in the society. Students, Deen Dayal Upadhyay opposed both Western capitalist individualism and Marxist socialism. According to Deen Dayal Upadhyay, capitalist and socialist ideology only consider the needs of the human mind and body. Fine. So they are based on materialistic purpose, whereas spiritual development is equally considered important for the complete development of human beings, which is missing in both these ideology, capitalist ideology and socialist ideology. This spiritual development is missing. Only they are focusing only materialistic purpose. Fine. So basic is philosophy on the internal conscious pure human soul to be called cheating. So here we see Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay envisaged a classless, casteless and conflict-free social system. So student, this is all about the Ram Manohar Lohia and Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. In next part, we will talk about the national emergency which was imposed in 1975, in which we will mainly discuss about the causes of national emergency. Fine. Thank you.